Perfect.
Okay. So in Luisa's and in Aria's drawing was also the same, and I did it on mine, and I want to show you what it is because I do it too. But I just want you to be aware, and when in the future you do your uh, neurolines, you will know right away. Like, see, like right here on this line, can you see it on there? There is like thicker line, and there are two small spots that are not colored,
Mm-hmm.
like still white. And right here, see like a thick line, and like in the middle of the line there are these holes, like they are like a holes, like if they are like around circles in right here in this between thinner line, then it doesn't look like it's a hole, like HOLE. And in when it's like this in a thicker line, it looks like literally it looks like a hole. So it's better to cover them up. They are like a distractions, and you see it. You will understand later because this is really psychological drawing, and when we try to solve some sort of issues and we leave these holes, these are like a distractions. Sometimes I read the works of students. We need to write it down. I'll show you what we're gonna start doing this today. And when I read in a description that I have a feeling of overwhelmed. I have so much to do. I'm so overwhelmed. And then I look at her drawing, and there are a lot of those holes. So they are like a distractions, those little details that really distracting from whatever she's picking her topic to work on. So this is just something to keep in mind, and you will be reminded later, but this is something I wanted to point it out. But also I want to tell you that on Aria's one of the drawings where she did a composition where it was this big round in the middle, and then she did
Mm-hmm.
smaller and then smaller on the outside. That is beautiful. Like, uh, maybe did you go to art school, Aria?
When I was younger, I used to go to art school.
Because you probably know, because it's kind of, if somebody never studied and they did this way, it's like, wow, it's something like you have this natural feeling for composition. Like sometimes they do this big blob on one side or another, and there is no harmony, no balance. But when I looked at this, it's like, wow, this is like very, very harmonious drawing. So that's very cool. It's gonna be quite easy for. Hi, George.
Hi. Hi.
Look what your girls are doing.
I know it. Yeah, it's hard to just interpret what they're thinking all over.
Cool. So
Okay, I'm
yeah,
going.
it's very cool because the composition it's very important. And in the next, like in a basic user this first course, there is not much composition that we make. It's actually we removing limitations of our blocking of our blocks, psychological blocks and thinking. But in the next lesson after the basic user is composition. Then you start modeling sort of your projects. Everything that you're gonna do, you will be modeling with composition and have understanding of composition like that. It's really, really cool to already know that. So this is something we're gonna review from last meeting, but also we'll be learning also something new altogether. So in Neurographica, there are quite a few rules, but I want to tell you some of the first ones, like we call it assets. And in a test, we have tests for every level, and this Neurographica assets will be in a test. So maybe you'll write it down a note, or I can send you later the list of it. And but this is something you will need to know. So we already learned the first asset. It's Neurographica word itself. And neuro is the brain, and neurons, as we already know, and graphica is sketching, drawing, structuring. So this is the one of the assets of Neurographica. Second asset is Neuroline, which we already learned also. And Neuroline, as you already know, has in a definition has like two parts. One of them says that line doesn't repeat itself in any particular movement. Like this, if we divide line in the same movements, in the same parts, it doesn't repeat itself. All of those parts, they're all different. Remember that? So this is like a natural line that you can see in the clouds, in rivers flowing, in the mountains range. So it has this bionic quality. It's like alive. It's not like something like this that is stereotyped, or only a human can do this, something patterns like this that like man-made, like artificial. And this is bionic and is natural. So it has this bionic quality. You will remember this bionic quality. We'll talk about it much more later. So this part, the first part of the Neuroline definition, it says that it doesn't repeat itself in any particular movement. And the second part of the definition says that we lead it where we don't expect it to see, which means we don't let hand just mindlessly let it do whatever it does. We are doing it consciously. We are like trying to be focused when we're doing this line. And this is not very relaxing. This is part of the doing Neurographica. Until it becomes automatic, we need to focus on it. We need to focus where our line is going. And it will happen, you know, sometimes it's like you're not focused, you just let it go and hand starts doing its own thing. But then it's okay. Just be aware that you went into a cloud someplace, and get back to your hand and try to draw it consciously. This whole point of Neurographica is to become conscious, to become aware of yourself, what you're doing, what you're thinking, everything that you can observe, you control it. So you can control it, then it's easier to do any sort of a project when you know yourself, when you feel it. And this is what we are learning, actually, to feel ourselves back. It's like we need to become more whole, more real, more natural, so we can feel ourselves. And then if we really feel ourselves and we get back to ourselves and become this natural bionic creature, then we don't have to contradict ourselves in making decisions. Should I do this? Do I like this or not? Or any doubts? Then it really becomes much easier to live, really. So this is the Neuroline, the second asset of Neurographica. The third asset of Neurographica, it's called neurographic pattern. And we already learned this too. It's really conjoining. So this rounding thing, it's called pattern. And when we round up sharp edges. We are sort of creating this smooth feeling, and we're stopping our own edginess, our own rigidness, our own thinking becomes more open and easier. So this is the third asset of Neurographica. It's neurographic pattern. It's also conjoining. That's what it is, this pattern means. And the fourth asset is called basic algorithm. This algorithm is constitution of Neurographica. This is basic algorithm. It has 8 steps. What we're gonna work on it now, and all other algorithms, every algorithm is based on this basic algorithm. So what I have in the beginning, before you memorize it, I have printed out and have it on my wall, all these 8 steps. So I know where I'm going. Sometimes I'm drawing and I forget, oh, what's next? Then I can look up the next step. And this is what it is, this basic algorithm. We follow all steps so we don't get lost, we don't get unconscious and do it mindlessly when we're drawing. So this basic algorithm, that's what we're gonna learn today, and we're also gonna practice. But these are the 4 assets of Neurographica that if you go studying further, you will really need to learn. And for the certification to get this, something will be in your test. You will need to know those 4 assets of Neurographica. Neurographica as a word, Neurographica line, Neurographic pattern, and basic algorithm. Okay? So now we're gonna do this next thing that is super important, and something else to also to this basic use. Before I start doing this basic algorithm, I want to do this before, because we will need to do these 4 points of reflection in every step of the basic algorithm when we do basic algorithm. So it's called 4 points of reflection. And these are vision, feelings, emotions. It's almost the same, but it's a little bit different, because feeling, it's like more like a collection of the emotions. Emotion can be fast and gone, and something like got irritating, and got something can come fast and can leave fast. Feeling is more like more stable, prolonged, like love. Love is like feeling. Emotion can be like joyous and excited at the moment, but they are still in the same category, because this is something we will focus upon, or try to learn to focus upon. And the third is body sensations. This is something that we feel in the body, obviously, and this is something also we will have to learn when we are drawing. That's why it's called 4 points of reflection, and these are all 4 of them we will need to observe and notice and learn to really see them. And the 4th is meanings. So they are all connected to each other, because when we see something in our inner screen or outer screen, we right away have a reaction in feeling or emotion, reaction in the body, and then we sort of make a meaning of it. So when we draw, we're gonna learn to really cultivate this feeling in ourselves, this always observing ourselves, becoming conscious So sometimes we do things unconsciously. We don't even notice what we're doing. These automatic programs that we run in the mind, that's what they are. They are automatic and unconscious, and that's why it's hard sometimes to change something in life, because we don't even notice ourselves what we are really doing, what we feel in the body, what we feel in emotion, and what is this all means. So when in Neurographica, really, we're not creating a beautiful drawing. That's not the goal of creating the beautiful drawing. The goal is to work on yourself. So subject is more important than the object. The subject is you. You are more important. How you feel, what you mean, how you make decisions is more important than something you draw on the paper. So if you don't do this reflection, if you don't observe yourself, if you just draw mindlessly, then it's not Neurographica, then it's some sort of art, you know. It's we have further, like I do some NeuroArt is called. It's like style of Neurographica, and I do all sorts of drawings which are not exactly Neurographica, and we have this branch that is called NeuroArt. Then we can combine neurographic style with all sorts of symbols, metaphoric things, and all stuff. But in Neurographica, before we go there, that's what we focusing. It's on us. It's me. In Neurographica, we're really drawing me. So the subject is me, and the object is the drawing. We like putting ourselves on the paper, kind of. And so these are the 4 points of reflections we'll need to remember. This is, I also have on my wall, I have this basic algorithm, 8 steps, and these 4 points of reflection, because you'll see why it's super duper important to remember that. So now is the basic algorithm. It has 8 steps. And well, if you're not writing, maybe I can show you this whole thing. So the first is topic 1, it's called. And on that topic 1, we choose the topic, what we're gonna work upon. Like in this algorithm today, we're gonna really practice algorithm. It's called algorithm of removing limitations, and the whole basic user course is on removing limitations. We're not gonna do any other algorithms except the removing our own limitations, the thinking, the perception, all that. So the topic is we pick a topic. It doesn't matter which. We can draw anything in Neurographica. Whatever concerns you, we can draw anything we want, and it can be literally anything. It can be money, relationship, career, course, school, anything. It's really anything. Whatever you care about, that's what you draw. If there is nothing for you to concern about, then there is no point of drawing Neurographica, because you're not really drawing anything, just doing lines mindlessly. But so the basic algorithm first step is topic 1, and you pick your topic. I'm gonna draw today, my topic will be Neurographica course. And it's better to choose one word, or even I could even do just a course. It's not necessary in Neurographica, because I already know it's Neurographica, because you kind of have more options how to explore this this issue for yourself. If for example, if I would choose I need to do my Neurographica course, something easier for me to start writing, then it's too long and it's too fractioned, too many details. Because if I do that, then behind every word there is some different meaning. Writing, if I need to write, then it's a meaning behind that. If I need to do this, then behind need there is another fraction of the meaning. When I have a course, it's like a collection of the neurons that they are already in one sum, so we're changing really the whole thing instead of just doing little fractions. So for my topic will be a course, for example, and then when we choose a topic, the next thing we do, we write it down, whatever words comes to mind, like 20 words in 2 minutes. And this is something also part of the basic algorithm. For the step 1, we do 20 words in 20 minutes. What it needs, what this is for really activating your topic. For example, it's for me, it will be course. Then I will be really activating a neural pathway that is responsible for my topic. So this is topic step 1. Step 2 is composition. Composition in the basic user, it's catharsis. It's like, I'll show you, we like remove this, we express our topic on the paper. And for the basic user course in composition, it's always catharsis. The other compositions will be different, and you probably seen me drawing like a mandala or a tree, something. The composition is different than how these algorithms are described by names depending on their composition. Our algorithm today will be algorithm of removing limitations, and for that the composition is catharsis. And catharsis is our visual expression, graphic expression on the paper of our topic, of our problem, of our project inside. The third is conjoining. And this is, you already know, I'll show you, but conjoining from a psychology point of view, it's like personal psychology. It's like your real personal issues that you are dealing with. You are dealing with your edginess, yourself problems. The fourth is integration. And the integration from a psychology point of view, it's a social psychology. It has to do with communication. And step 4 has 2 steps within it. The step 4.1 is shape and background. And I will explain it when we're doing what it is. And it has to do with egregors, with family, with friends, with all that social psychology part. The 4.2, it's called archetyping. Archetyping is also social, but it's even more broad. It's cultural, and it's even mythical, but we don't need to concern about that. I will explain you later what this really means. And step 5 is field lines. When we draw field lines, we will sort of connect to the morphic field, to the universal field, something more powerful than our own energy. And of course, this is, I will show you when we're drawing. And in psychology, this is even broader. This is like transpersonal psychology. Step 6 is affixing. Affixing, it's a shape of solution. When we draw it, we come to this step and we make a decision and we put it on a drawing. So this shape that we're gonna make in this course, they're gonna be round or oval. Something is round, but I'll explain it to you later. And this represents shape of our solution. It's decision that we come to. And 7 is style. Style is like aesthetic expression. We draw this drawing and then we still want to make it into like wow feeling, into wow effect. So when we can see it and it really makes a very nice impression to us. So that's what changes our perception is when we make impressions. So we want to make impression of our drawing that makes a good feeling about it. And the step 8 is topic 2. And topic 2 is, again, we're gonna do again 2 minutes, 20 words, and we'll see what it has changed during this drawing. We will be changing something within us, and in topic 2 we want to see what we have changed. So this is very shortly in 8 steps of the algorithm, and then we start drawing and you will know what I'm talking about. Are you still there?
Yeah, we are listening.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna draw really fast, but I just want to show before we do the drawing an example. Like when we do topic 1, when we pick a topic, we write words in 2 minutes. We write like not in a checklist, but in anywhere you want to write. You like right here something, you know, you write all over the page. Like this is a page you're gonna have. You write wherever you want to. I just wanted to tell you this before we start writing. And the composition, when we're gonna do catharsis, also you will have on the page, like let's say this is page, and we will do, probably it's easier to do it on a half page. This is like a print paper, A4 size, but I suggest to do it on A5, which is half of the A4. Then it's less work, then you're more likely to finish it when it's a smaller size. Of course, you can do it on A4 if you want to. I have done all kind of sizes. Size really doesn't matter, but it's easier to finish and it's faster on a small size. So when we do catharsis, we're gonna do something like expressing really fast in 2-3 seconds, and try, like you kind of gonna do it unconsciously because it's gonna be fast, but try not to be afraid to do it. Like don't do it like this on the edge of the paper or something, you know, like little. Just fill the whole paper and do it, you know, like 70-80% of the composition should cover the page. Just tell you this, you will do it automatically, naturally, it will come like this, but you just need to know if you need to do it smaller or just express it as you go. Not the bigger the better. Of course, you don't need to go over the paper, because if you go over the paper, then you need to add more paper. It's just try to fit in the paper, but not little thing. Okay. So, and I will do the same on a half page on A5.
First is we write 20 words, yeah? 20 words?
Yes, I'm gonna do everything with you. If you're doing it, if you here to do it, I'm doing everything with you. So we're gonna set a timer for 2 minutes.
Uh-huh.
At first, pick a topic. You know the topic, something, whatever is topic you are doing. It's up to you. This is how I do it on the let's say on the first page, all these drawings that I did. These are all removing limitations. All of them have date and the name of the topic that I have and the words. So, because, it's very interesting to do that, very cool, because sometimes I go back next year, like a year before, and I look, you look at the drawing, you have no idea what it is or whatever, but you look at the topic and what you wrote, then you kind of remember what it is. And another cool thing about Neurographica that you can always come back to the drawing and let's say see, this is a big drawing, and I can't remember. I have like 600 drawings. You can't remember what they are, but I have a date, topic, and a little bit about it, what it is. So I'm like, wow. And then I look at it, and then I know what it means. And then like, gosh, I want to fix this. I want to add something. And I like, and then, it's very cool. When I was doing instructor course, we were doing all these drawings during the lessons, but for the diploma we had to submit 45 or something drawings. But I was like, I can't do again all these new drawings, so I was doing the same, like submitting the same drawings that are already done. But when I looked at it, I changed something, I added something, so it made sense. So it can be accepted, because the first ones that I did during the class, they were not really acceptable, because because of the description was not good, and 4 points of reflection was missing. But to go back and add something and correct it, it's so much faster than to make a new drawing for something like I needed to submit for the diploma, for example. So this is what I really doing. This is like this. You write on the whole page the name, the topic, and so that's how it goes. So we're gonna do 2 minutes, and we write something. And like I said, the reason we're writing this at least 20 words, because if we write like 5 words, it means you didn't get connected to your unconscious, to your subconscious, because you're really analyzing too much and thinking, what should I write or not should I write? This is really for you, and you don't need to think it, just let it go. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. Like, for example, right now I'm gonna take a topic course, and I have no idea what words will come up. I just press the button for 2 minutes and I let it go, whatever it comes. It can come, sky, car, wheel, whatever. It doesn't matter. You don't need to make sense what this word means. Just let them go, and then you'll see that some words has a connections. Sometimes we don't even know what yet. Okay. So we start. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here it goes. You picked topic, and now let it go. Negative, positive, doesn't matter, whatever. That's it. Round it up, finish it up, your words. And now count the words. If you have phrases, the phrase counts as one. Oh my goodness, that's very, very active for me. I have 32 words. How many do you have?
23.
20, because I was counting them along the way, but okay.
Good, it's okay.
Okay.
As long as you have 20, it's good. Well, it's just the first time, so this is practice. Maybe you'll do it on your own. It's easier to do it on your own. This is all too much, all this information and everything. And the words can repeat. When you look back, you can even look what words gets your attention. For example, you know, like I have a support like twice, and help twice, and people. Something that you can look at it, and it's okay if it repeats. It's just let it be there. And now we turn the page to the other side. And do you have a marker?
Yeah. Does it have to be a marker or could it be a pencil?
No, it's for this needs to be a marker because you will probably break the pencil. And so for right now, whatever you have, but for later, like I have markers that are already used. Some of them are, you know, like not very writing very well because when we do catharsis, we break markers. So don't use expensive brand new marker. Have set when if you keep doing, then you'll figure it out. So now we look at the words. Everything is active. Close your eyes for a second and let it express this on the paper. I'll do it and then you do it right after me, so you at least know something what to do. Something like that. Express it, like release it. Like think about your topic and let it go. This is like your visual expression. You let it out. It's like you had a pressure, the limiting things that we have about the topic is like a pressure. And when we release this on the paper, it's like we release the pressure. This is very good to do it, you know, like in art therapy, they do a lot of this releasing, but anyway, it's a different topic. It's interesting that they don't do anything with that later and they leave it like that. It's like, but in Neurographica, we do something with it. This release, now we look, this is how it looks. This is how our topic looks. And we can do something about it. We can do something about it with our own hands. And so now this was the step two of the basic algorithm. And the composition, this is our composition here. It's not a tree, it's not a mandala, it's catharsis. This is our composition. And now we're gonna work with our composition. And step 3 is conjoining and neurographing. So we're gonna do at first on the composition itself, we're gonna go over what we already drove with neurographic line. We're going over that. Over every line of the catharsis, we'll go over like this, and we conjoin everything. So everything that you see there, it becomes like this. But they are not straight lines anymore. They are neurographic lines. They are natural bionic lines that we're turning this catharsis into a masterpiece. See? What we are trying to do, we're trying to, well, that's the next step. But for right now, we are trying to make this composition doesn't look scary, so it doesn't look so nasty. It doesn't look unsafe. It doesn't look ugly. When we neurograph and we conjoin, we smooth the corners, all the edges. We turn it into a gentle, kind of smooth object that is on the paper. Our catharsis becomes much less threatening, much less edgy, much less sharp. So that's why it's easier to do it on a smaller paper, because there is quite of work to do. But also, when you are doing it, notice how you feel. Now you start noticing, do I get hot? Or my hands are cold? Or what do I think about it? Start noticing, what do you think and feel about this while you're drawing? Because Neurographica is a processing method. You transform yourself during the drawing. Like, and then when we do 4 points of reflection, 4 points of reflection, when you submit the drawing, you will need to write it down. For example, Aria, look, you will have this list, first step, topic. After you did 20 words, you will need to describe the 4 points of reflection. The first point of reflection was vision, emotions, body, and meanings. You will need to do it for all 8 steps, because you will feel differently every time you're doing it. You will feel differently. I will send you after the lesson what you need to do for doing properly your drawing, okay? But while you're doing it, you keep observing yourself. You look at the drawing, you think about the topic that you are drawing, and see how you feel within you. So after we neurographed this composition, this catharsis, now, did you do it, Aria?
It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine was like some really tiny one.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You will learn. It's no big deal. That's why we're doing it. So after it's all conjoined and neurographed, this is the step 3. And now we're gonna go to step 4. I send you the list, what those steps are, but we're just training right now. Next step is integration. And integration, step 4 has 2 steps behind. Yes, yes, yes. That's
And yours, Aria?
yes.
I don't think I did it right.
It's
Yes,
okay.
that's good. So, so this composition, what we're doing, we want to dissipate. We want to make it invisible, so we don't see that limitation anymore. We want to make this limitation disappear. And how we're doing it, next step is step 4, integration. And the 4.1 of the step 4, it's called shape and background. So now we're gonna extend all these lines into the field. We're gonna do like everything, this whole composition, we're integrating into the whole field, into the whole page, so we don't see it anymore. And do these neurographic lines while you're integrating, as you already know how to do them. For me, it's when I'm need to explain when I'm doing, it's a little bit, you know, a little bit more difficult for now. But this is what basically we are doing it. We're trying this catharsis to disappear. This limitation, we don't need this limitation anymore. We want it to be gone. And so when you do a lot of those lines, after that, we need to conjoin them again. So it's a job, it's a work, but this is what Neurographica is. See, look how many lines on mine now.
Mm-hmm.
It's and there is a lot of sharp edges again after I tried to dissipate it. So I'm now I'm going back after I did this 4.1 step. I'm going back and I'm conjoining again, rounding up the corners again. It goes faster, of course.
Can I add new lines that are not connected to this?
Oh, everything needs to be connected. Everything is connected.
No, but I mean, can I add, let's say, in here, can I add the line
Yes.
just that doesn't even touch this?
Yes. Make it disappear.
Yeah.
Everything, yes. And while you're doing it, think about your topic. What are you drawing about? Like I said, right now it's difficult because you are still learning, but you need to keep your topic in mind while you're drawing, and also at the same time observe your thoughts and your body feelings. You will get it. It's a skill. Actually, this observation skill, it's very, very good to have it in life too, not while you're drawing, but you becoming conscious of your own thoughts and your own feelings. It becomes like natural. Then you're relying on yourself. You know exactly what is best for you. And interesting thing when we're doing this, in the next lesson I will show you how it's all connected, how our consciousness has 7 layers. It's like multi-layer, but at least 7 we're gonna learn, and how all this connected, and why sometimes during the drawing or after we get insights. It's like, wow, it's like some different thoughts, different thoughts start coming up. Very interesting how it all works. And this rounding, this conjoining, that's what makes drawing beautiful. For you girls, it's gonna be so easy because you already have such a good hand. So it will be, I think it's, well, not I think, I know, because there are some Neurographica instructors who are artists, and their drawings are like very different than others. It doesn't have to be beautiful because this is not a beauty contest, but those artists, they combine psychology and the art. So it's very cool. I'm following 2 artist instructors that I really like. And you decide when it's enough, when it's enough that you don't see it. You know, sometimes it's kind of hard to dissipate it, but you just do the best you can, and um, really almost always you never make it disappear in this step 4.1 because there are more four steps more, so it will eventually disappear. So the next step is 4.2, and it's called archetyping. It's okay that you not catching up with me because you can finish it on your own, but I just don't want you to keep here for 2 hours. And so you'll know what to do, and it's really easier to do it on your own. That's how I did when I was doing instructor course. I was doing with the instructor, and then I did again on myself. Then it's easier. The next step, 4.2, is archetyping, and that's when we start adding colors. So this is also step integration. We integrated this with lines, and now we're gonna integrate it with colors. We're gonna make, with colors, we're gonna make shape bigger. It's called archetyping, but the first step was shape and background, and now we're gonna make bigger shapes visible with the color, like, and it's like this is now you're going with intuition, with your own vision. However you do it, it's your own thing, but just make colorful a few parts of this. Like, see, like this is for example, this is one cell, we call it cells, a cell, 2 cells, 3 cells. So with marker we make with a color, we combine at least 2 cells. Don't leave, like, let's say, like you color with this color, you color it, and you leave 1 cell different color. Don't do that. Do at least 2, like at least 2. You can do like this. 1 color has to be at least 2 because it's not threatening. It's not like making this feeling something lonely, something like there is something lonely that needs help. So we don't make anybody lonely sort of a feeling.
Can you color in the two like white ones like different color, or
Yeah, you can.
orange, white
Yeah,
ones?
you can leave it white because white is also a color.
Okay.
But yeah, you can leave it 2. You can leave 3, as many. Just don't leave 1.
Okay.
The color 2 or more. No, I colored like this, but oh well, it's okay. There is no really. Later on, there are lessons on color and all that, but that's further down. For right now, we're doing everything intuitively. But we still need to keep in mind to have a balance. So we have an impression of this drawing that is not like crazy unbalanced. Something is not doesn't look good. We're trying to make a better impression of that topic than we already had original catharsis of. It can flow through, like very often later on we do like colors flowing, sort of flowing through the whole page. It gives this nice feeling when we make flowing sort of impression. And I'm doing it with markers because it's faster to show you. That's why we're doing it with markers. With pencils, it's nice to do it most of the time. I rarely draw with highlighters, but I just want to show you the point. What are we doing? So this is step 4.2, archetyping, and like for right now, it's enough for me, I think. And next step, it's called field lines. This is interesting step. The field lines are, we're gonna make at least 2. It has to be also at least 2, not 1, field lines. And this is adding energy. It's like we're getting connected to a higher power, to the universal, to the morphic field, to the higher self, you can call it, or religious people can think as to God. But really, this is like a transpersonal psychology, and we're adding these lines, so we showing the impression that we are not really alone. There is always help. There is something always supporting in our life, in our pathway that we are doing here in this life. And those field lines, we call it, they need to be thicker than those neural lines that we already did.
Are they new lines? They are new lines, yeah? They're not...
Okay. Well, they can go on, the ones that we had, or they can go off. It doesn't, sometimes they see, like right now I'm starting where I already have a line, but I can also go off. It doesn't, there is no rule for this. You can make thicker that's already there, or you can make new ones. But you just make it thicker, more visible. So this is much stronger energy that you're adding to this drawing. And after we do this field line, again, we need to integrate that field line into our drawing. This drawing is our topic, so we really need to connect this energy that we added to the topic. So we need, again, to conjoin that. See, like those thicker lines, they make sharp edges again. See it? Are you already doing field lines?
Not yet.
I'm still rounding out.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Look where I did those field lines. See how sharp again? Because those big line already took some space, and now it has sharp edges again. So now I go along this field line and I round it in, and so this line, it really becomes like the part of my drawing, instead of just cutting through with sharp edges. and then think how you feel, and observe how your body feels. Like sometimes you get hot or cold or itchy or back start hurting or something, and you feel like you want to stop drawing and throw it away, and part of your mind says, what the hell are you doing? This doesn't make sense. So all sort of resistance sometimes we feel, but it's part of the process. If you want to work on developing yourself, then this is the part of the process. You overcome your resistance, otherwise resistance wins. So when you add colors, then this makes catharsis disappear more. And then when you add field lines, then it makes disappear more. And then at the end, you'll see, now I did step 5 field lines, and the step 6, it's called affixing. Affixing is a shape of your solution. You know, sometimes we don't know what the solution is. In this basic user, most of the time we don't know, but we make a shape representing this is the solution for our topic. And what it really means that you actually saying to yourself that you will make a decision, even you don't know what it is, but you are doing it and you will make a decision. You know, sometimes it's so hard, you're drawing on something and it's like, oh my gosh, I really don't, there all sorts of feelings will come up. Sometimes I don't want to make this affixing, I don't know where, just make it. It's okay, you don't know where, just decide to do it and do it. So I'm making right now. And in this basic
Oh, so it's kind of that circle or
yeah,
oval. Okay.
Yeah, circle or oval. We're gonna do just circles and ovals in this, in the basic. We only work with circles and lines. So then when you do this affixing shape, we draw it, then it makes more sharp edges. And then you go back again to fix those conjoining. But this affixing shape has to be the biggest, the most prominent, the most visible. The lines has to be thicker than your field lines even. So you really don't need to look, you know, sometimes, you know, like when I was student, we make this, you know, like the same lines as the Neurolines, and you can't really see where is the fixing. No, when you look at the drawing, you know right away where a fixing is. You don't need to look for it.
Yeah, she was sent. Arya says, oh, can she send the recording? Yes, she will send the recording.
Yeah.
Yes, I will send it.
Pause the recording and then go by step.
Yes, and I will send you the list of the steps and yes, and you can always ask me something if you don't know. I mean, if you're confused, if I didn't explain properly, then always ask me and I'll explain it. But this is just the first time doing, so I know there is a lot of information, and you know, I don't know how many times I re-listened to the lessons. Goodness, and every time I re-listen, there is something, oh, I never heard this before. So it's a very new thing we're learning. but you are doing it. And you know, there is a lot of popular right now, people doing all sort of things on YouTube, like love yourself things. And what loving yourself really is you paying attention to yourself. You actually, this is what we are doing right now. We're really loving ourselves, giving this time and attention to notice how we feel and to notice what it is that is in our mind and in our body. This is the best self-love that you can do, to pay attention to yourself. So after this step 6, affixing, next step is 7, and it's called style. Style is aesthetic experience, we call it. The Piskarov, the founder, calls it. We need to bring this drawing so we can into feeling that we feel it aesthetic experience. It has to be beautiful, but you know, the real beauty, what real beauty makes is harmonious. The step 3 makes beautiful when everything is smooth and conjoined. That's what makes it beautiful. But this step style is like adding more. Sometimes we look at it and what else can be added? It's like styling, exactly what it means. It's styling, bringing even more harmony and beauty to your drawing, so you have impression that is pleasing to you. So sometimes we add more neurolines. We can add thinner lines to it, or we can add more color, or we can add shades. You will learn all these shades and stuff like that. For example, sometimes you make a fixing and it's still not prominent, but you can make it more visible by adding shades. Like I often do this shading thing on my affixing. Then it's more visible. Then you know clearly where that affixing is. So this is where artistic skills are really helpful. Then you can make all sorts of beauty things on your drawing in step 7 in style. But like I said, and the drawing really needs to be pleasing to you, not anybody else. If it's look good to you, then that's what it is. Then it's beautiful. So this is the style, step 7. And the step 8 is topic 2. I'm really going fast, huh? No, it's
A sec.
now.
I'm listening still.
Yes.
I'm still in the beginning.
I know, sweetie. It's a lot of work, and then you add more lines, and there is more conjoining to do. I know that. But you know, what I want to tell you also, if you have a lot of lines and a lot of things to do, try to conjoin everything before you even add color. If you really pressed on time, just conjoin it, and you can take a break and do it tomorrow or whenever. But try to make conjoining. Don't leave those sharp edges lying around. It's really like in Neurographica, we really, especially in instructor course, they say don't let those basic users leave the drawing before they conjoin. It's really for your safety. It's not really danger, but it's really better for your feeling, for your mind.
Fine.
It's, round it up, don't leave sharp edges. And then you can come back and do the rest. So the topic 2 is
now to write again those words.
Yes, we will have to write again those 2-minute words. And the point of this, we need to see what has changed. And most of the time, there is a lot of changes. Even in wording, there are changes. So if you want to do it right now, but if you haven't,
Here I am.
Yes, very beautiful.
I mean, I still have to color and do.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, yeah. You have a fixing. Yeah, I can see it clearly. You got it all. Yep. Very nice.
Yeah, that initial one almost fully disappeared. I can't see this.
Exactly. Yeah. See, look at it, and then where was the catharsis? You can't even see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very good. So sometimes, for me, often my catharsis many times has oval or something round. So sometimes I see it like this. Look at my drawing look. I made this affixing, but see, there is this oval.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah,
oh my gosh, I can't make it disappear. So sometimes I make 2 ovals. But really, I should, I was talking, I couldn't make this properly disappear, but this oval also needs to disappear. We need to make just one.
It's okay. I mean, you're focusing on telling us what to do too. Yeah.
Yes. So the step 8 is topic 2, and that is basically it. I know I was doing really fast, so it was.
Just finish rounding at least, then we can. Yeah. And you can actually do the step 8 later when you finish everything.
Yes. Yes, we need to do it when we finish. Yeah, before you add the color and affixing, don't do step 8. Everything goes in order. All steps goes in order, except conjoining goes back and forth because we need to go back to do conjoining after we do something else.
So get rid of all the little holes, I guess.
Yeah. So I will send you like a written outline what we did and what I want you to do for homework.
Yeah.
And then you can do another drawing and show me and then I'll give you.
Yeah, she will send the voice recording. Send the voice recording.
Yes, and I will send it recording. I'm gonna stop recording now, and then we can talk a little bit. And because this is the material I gave you, all material I wanted to do. I don't want to overload and do more because
yeah. No, it's good. Enough. Very good. We did a lot today.